All right, well, I gotta be honest, I was not gonna do a video today. I was just gonna go fishing instead. I've been using these power bait mice tails, and I don't know why. It's a very weird looking lure. As you can see, there's different colors. It's kind of got like a pink bubblegum sort of rubber worm thing here, and then like a white salmon egg type thing here. It looks weird, but trout are going crazy for this. I've caught probably maybe almost 20 trout on these in just the last few days. In any case, this is a little yellow perch, almost the same size as the lure. I thought it was a funny picture. But I was just going to go fishing, and then I saw this Supreme Court thing, and I was like, well, I guess I got to do a video about that because, you know, it's in big news. I mean, I'm a little bit skeptical, but I can't tell, like, if I'm just skeptical because I don't trust any of our government institutions at all, like, in any way, or if it's really, like, legitimate to be skeptical. I think there's something afoot, but, I don't want to make any pronouncements on that. I think I'll just enjoy the day for what it is. But then, my content's about Big Eva primarily. So, like, I was going to wait to get some juicy Big Eva reactions, and then I'd do a video. That's what I figured. But then I just went fishing instead because there really hasn't been much of a reaction. It's been really, really weird. This is a fish I caught, by the way, this morning because I didn't have to do a video. Look how beautiful this is. This is a brook trout, and it's like a golden color. It's got little red dots on it, and then the fins. Look at the fins. It's like this red fin with kind of a black and white tip. I mean, man, this is such an awesome fish. In any case, but yeah, the Big Eva reaction has been so weird. Like, it's amazing. Like you remember the Covington kid thing? And it's like that little white kid, kind of looks like he kind of looks like a punk, you know what I mean? But he smiles at a Native American who's just, chanting gibberish to the demons to him. The white kid smiles at him, and like every Big Eva person's on it. They're typing away, oh my goodness, this racism must be condemned. And it's like, they were all over it. They got out of bed quick on that one. But then this monumental news, and it's like they got to think through how to react to this. It's very, very weird. I did see a couple of reactions, and I've seen most of the reactions I've seen have come from like uber progressives, and they're upset because they don't have their blood right anymore. I mean, it's so ridiculous. I've seen a bunch of Jews that have said, "Oh my goodness, I can't practice Judaism anymore because Judaism requires me to kill my kid if my life is in any way threatened or hurt or in danger or I'm inconvenienced. And the Judaism demands that I kill the baby." And it's like, no, that's actually Moloch worship. That's Moloch worship. I guess the Jews are still trying to combine the worship of Yahweh with the worship of Moloch. Some things never change, right? I mean, I guess this is nothing new under the sun. So yeah, they're freaking out. That's synagogue of Satan stuff. That's some pretty demonic stuff. But I've seen some, progressive Christians that are like, oh, white men are coming for the black people again. Here it is, another example. And it's like, man, this is just very, very weird take. But, you expect it. They're progressives. But then kind of like the progressives that are like still pretending to be like theologically accurate, they're mostly talking about how we're not womb to tomb. So we're not consistent, we're total hypocrites because we're not socialists. So you see, it's not enough to just not want it to be okay to kill babies. You have to also be a socialist to be truly pro-life. And it's just so weird because I love babies because they're made in the image of God. I don't want them to be able to be killed with impunity. And I also don't want them to be born into a unpayable debt that will never be repaid just because we wanted to do some government programs. Like, you can do both. I don't want babies to be killed or stolen from or sold into slavery. That's just me. I mean, I don't know. In any case, but so there's really not much of a reaction to do a video. Maybe tomorrow, guys, I don't know. I mean, if they don't give me the content, what can I do? But I did want to commend Andrew Walker again. And man, this guy, I don't know what it is, but this guy has just been on fire lately. And I got to say, God be with you, brother. This guy works for Al Mohler. This guy is a Big Eva guy. He's part of Gospel Coalition. Well, I don't know if he's part of it, but he's published by them sometimes. And, he's in with all the players. And he's just been, I don't want to say base because I don't like saying words like that. But he's been kind of based. So, Andrew, let me commend you. Listen to this lucid and direct and just delightful, tone, in my opinion. This is my opinion, right? Tone is very subjective. Andrew T. Walker, man, dude's killing it lately. And I'm not, I know you might think I'm being, sarcastic. I'm not. I'm in support of this. Like, reality. I am in reality in support of this. Listen to Andrew T. Walker. The deranged reaction from the left to the Supreme Court leak explains the sacramental-like obsession that abortion has in holding together the entire project of progressivism. You're not just seeing a revolt against a ruling, but the shrieks of an ideology being undone. Brother Walker, well said. It's insane. Like, the amount of times religious language gets used to talk about this issue, they don't do it intentionally. It just comes out. Like, I saw a guy that said that it's an emergency because, we thought that these laws were written in stone, but, we got to make sure to protect them. And it's like, written in stone, that's actually that's talking about the 10 Commandments where God writes the law into stone. And it's like, these pagans are like, no, that's us. Our God did that. And they're cutting themselves, crying out to Moloch and stuff like that. And they're just finding out that, their God is actually capricious. Their God is actually not God. Their God can't write something in stone. It's only the word of the Lord that endures forever. And their victories, though they've been many lately, they're temporary. God is in charge. God is on his throne. He who sits in the heavens laughs at all of this insanity. I mean, he sees these people commenting from the synagogue of Satan about how this blood right is required for Judaism. And he looks at that and he holds them in derision, and he will crush those people under his feet unless they repent. And God willing, many of these people will repent and will wake up from this demonic stupor that has been imposed on them. I really hope that is the case. But if they don't repent, I hope they perish in disgrace. It's just that simple. And it's like, but and then there's, of course, there's like the pietists, right? So like the very first comment to this, Andrew. By the way, Andrew, good job, brother. And if there's anything I can do for you, let me know. I will be praying for you, because you can't stay in Big Eva long with takes like this. It doesn't work that way. They're going to come for you, and when they do, I'll get your back, brother. But anyway, we got, this seems uncharitable.
This is uncharitable. People are upset because they see the ruling as significantly damaging to women. Think it's as simple as that.
And it's like, this very lucid take on the religious nature of this thing. And Jay's like, no, they're just very upset because they're pro-women. And it's like, man, a lot of these pietists, conservatives, and like the liberal kinds of Christians, like the only emotion that people can have, and it's legitimate, it's either like fear or worry or concern or sadness, but it can never be like a joy in pointing out that the false gods of the nations are all falling. There never can be a prophet saying, maybe you should cry a little louder because your God's on the toilet. Maybe he's out there, relieving himself. There's never any room for any joy that the gods of the nations are false idols. They can't hear, they can't talk, they can't do anything. They definitely can't write law. And we ought to rejoice in that kind of stuff. There's almost like a temptation that you can never rejoice in the stopping of wickedness. You just have to be sad about it. You have to be sad that the wicked are sad that they can't do their wickedness anymore. Look, if my enemy, some kind of disaster happens to his family and he's my enemy, I shouldn't rejoice about that, right? Obviously, I shouldn't rejoice that something happened to my enemy's family. But if my enemy is sad or angry or furious or freaking out, in total fear because he doesn't get to do his evil deeds with impunity anymore, I better rejoice about that. Because that's a good thing that my enemy, my wicked enemy, can't do his wicked deeds with impunity anymore, because God is bringing perfect justice. And so I'm looking forward to more of God's mercy, more of God's justice falling down upon this nation. And I don't think this is going to be very pretty, but I'll tell you right now, this is definitely a good step, at least allegedly, in the right direction. And again, I'm kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop here because I don't trust any of this. But at least for the moment, we can rejoice in all of that kind of thing. But man, it's just very weird. Big Eva is just silent. It's bizarre. I saw John Harris comment on this as well. Like guys, I had a whole thing planned. I was gonna pull up those weird takes from Big Eva, the sort of like, you know, I expected a lot of the womb to tomb stuff. I expected some, we haven't won the right way. I mean, I did see Karen Swallow Pryor say something about Trump or whatever. I don't know. I mean, who cares? But in any case, maybe tomorrow, maybe a day is enough for Big Eva to get the memo from George Soros on how they're allowed to react. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe George got some other things, other fish to fry. I mean, there's a lot going on right now, so maybe he didn't get that memo out to me. Well, I saw somebody say that George Soros probably waits to send the memo to the evangelicals last because he knows they'll wait. I thought that was a good one. In any case, God bless you. I hope you found this video helpful and enjoy the day.